Hi, welcome back to round 2. I would like to play first. So I took a little bit of time there, just saving the previous video. I will not mulligan this hand. Got Exile and Croissant Tusker and Parent Worm, got some stuff to do. Stay alive. Gonna have to make sure we don't go into too long a game here, because we are already about 3 minutes behind the opponent. 3.5. I will start off with Sky Shroud Forest. Fixing this format's really weird, so you just have to be aware of it. All comes into play tapped, all very inefficient, except for the duels, which are rare. That's not bad. Not going to show off my white yet. But Selvala should put us fairly far ahead if we can get her active. Survival of the Fittest. I'm not even sure if that card's good, like at all. It could be. Could discard to search for a card, to discard to reanimate, maybe? It's just a reliable tutor effect. Still card disadvantage, and I have removal. Okay, well, let's activate Selvala. Our card is better than their card. Play... I don't know. Forest, I guess? Yeah. We're slightly more used for double green, but it's not really going to affect us either way. I mean, pretend I have swords to plowshares. Not that it's going to matter too much. Of course, survival works fairly well against Selvala. Oh, doing it for 2. That's brutal. Yep, they get to tap me out. That's unfortunate. Power Sync is a good card. Not gonna lie. Okay. So let's see what happens this time that I activate it. Awesome. Hit a land again. I mean, hit no lands again. Let's hope that this works. So I would love a 6/5. Thank you for not having a Power Sync opponent. Power Sync's one of those counter spells that you really have to be aware of, because it's an uncommon, you don't see it very often, at least not in sealed. Even in draft you wouldn't see it that often, but you see counter spell all the time. So you get very easily conditioned to look out for double blue. What's my opponent going to tutor for? They know I have a Radiance Judgment. I know they have an Owl Familiar and a Repel. Basking Root Weller, I see, comboing off. Nice. I like that. I don't think it's necessarily good, but I like it. It's classy. So, presumably here they're going to repel my Croissant Tusker. Oh, are they going to do it after I draw? That's nice of them. So, let's move to combat. See if I get to attack. And deal damage. Oh, please let me deal damage. I get to deal damage. Nice. My opponent has 7 cards in hand. I have 5. I think I'll activate Selvala. Might as well. My opponent has an Ophidian. Cool. Yep, that's fine. Let's see what my opponent does with that. I can also just deck them with Selvala, actually. Green-white decking. The ultimate strategy. I presume my opponent actually knows how to cast Madness. As you can see here, it's in the exile zone, then it's on the stack. Madness cards kind of move around. If they do it again, I'll try and give you a better look, because I just kind of waved my cursor around for no reason. They just... What? They just didn't search for a card? Okay, as you can see here, they discard the card, the ability goes on stack, the card goes to exile. And then enters the battlefield. then the card goes from exile onto the stack, which we'll see in a moment here. There you go, now it's on the stack. And then it's going to enter the battlefield. Are they just not going to search for anything again? Wait. Oh, they're revealing more Basking Root Wallers. I get it. Combo. I thought they weren't searching for anything. This is their revealed card zone. It's full of Basking Root Wallers. It's hilarious. I actually love this. It's like my favorite thing. I hope they just have another Basking Root Waller, because that would be just, like, hilarious. I'm actually really happy now. My opponent did a good combo. I mean, it was probably not going to be too relevant against my 6-5 and my life and all my disruption, but we'll see. I'm definitely trying to make that card advantage just not matter. Serendip's for free is fine. It's just going to cost them life. Of course, I don't actually have a trick that works against stuff. Ophidian, yep. I imagine they attack with some stuff. Ooh, that's an interesting attack. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't get to use my mana very efficiently. I know they have Repel. Okay, let's start with Selvala. I get Skywing Haven, they get Brainstorm. Okay. So we can use that mana to just play a flyer. They have a flyer as well. Use that mana to play Manowar, I think. Yeah. Give them back their Ophidian. Do I want to Armadillo Cloak, is the question. It really does make it very hard for them to win if I do this. White and... doesn't matter what the last colour is, actually. I'm just going to gain so much life, because they're tapped out. Armadillo Cloak is nuts. They go to 6 life. You gain that many life. I don't know why I find that so funny. Well, I do know why, but it's so stupid. So I'm on 32 life. All I need to do now is kill them. Having Selvala in play is awesome, because it makes it so hard for them to deal with Crowsand Tusker. They can certainly repel it, but then I just put it back into play. Selvala's actually playing really well for me. Plus Manowar, I'm just filling my opponent's hand up with garbage. Declare attackers. I'll block one with the Manowar. The foil one. Yep, that's fine. They can pump it if they like. Sure. Now if they want to cast Repel, they just have to tap out for it. Are they doing it sorcery speed? I guess they don't want to run into a counter spell. Kind of makes sense. Okay. Now, can I win? Let's see. I can regrow Manowar, bounce that, putting them to 1. Yeah, don't really want to do that. Interesting. Parlaying is certainly not bad. Let's start with that. There's a mana war. How much mana do I have? 5. Damn it, I'm 1 mana short of Mana War, Skywing Haven, Armadillo Cloak. Wait, no I'm not. I have that. So I can put them to 1 life. Do I even want to though? I can just recast this and Mana War something. Then I'll go down to 2 mana. I'd kind of rather just cast Mana War here. My opponent doesn't know I have Exile, but they know I have everything else. So while it does make it a little bit boring, because your opponent can just play around your entire deck. So I can put them down to 3. Pretty sure my opponent has to discard something now. They're gonna brainstorm. What am I doing? No. Was this one a foil? No, they have 2 brainstorms. Okay. Brainstorm's good with survival of the fittest, I have to say. They've kind of managed to make, like, I saw survival of the fittest and I thought the deck would just be kind of average, but they've actually made it work. So let's see how greedy they get. How they're going to turn it into a 5-power thing. Why'd you do that? You know I have Radiance Judgment. That was a little bit excessive. They could have just not pumped it and been fine. Well, not fine, I would have exiled it, but still. Alright. Well, that worked out okay. So what options do I have here? Provoke's okay against all those dumb little 1/1s. Tribute to the Wild can kill the thing. The thingo, the survival. Rescind doesn't do much. Circular Logic, don't really need it. I kind of actually like Brilliant Halo now. I've gone up on it. I think I'll cut Cloud of Fairies again. The card's pretty average. You just never really want to cast a 2-mana 1/1 to flying. It's very small. Let's cut an island for a plains. Like I meant to do last time, I did this same swap. Okay. All good. Submit. So still behind by a fair bit on time. If I win this game, it shouldn't matter. They chose to play first. I think I'll keep this. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's a pretty awkward hand, but I have 2 colors of mana. That helps. So now I can actually cast my Mana War on turn 4. I might just let myself mad this Arrogant Worm. There's Brindleshoat. Scratch that whole plan. I'm going to play a 2-drop, and then a 3-drop, and then a 5-drop. That's the plan. All the non-basic lands. Why play basics when you can draw cards off your lands? I was considering not playing my land, because if I draw like another spell I can't cast, I get to just madness Arrogant Worm into play. But I think I'd just rather cast Arrogant Worm once I reach, yeah, my 5th land. Not sure what my opponent's doing, really. They've got 5, maybe they just kept a really land-heavy hand. And just kept drawing more lands. It's possible. What? I'm just confused now. Do they have a combat trick of some description? Tangle? I'm fine with that. Just gonna mana wall my Brindleshote. Just keep the beats coming. Hopefully draw a white source. That might have been bad. I don't know. My opponent's really not doing anything. Kind of want to get this mana wall down. I think I will make my Brindleshote into a 2/3. What is with my opponents? So what was their other colour? They had blue in their deck, right? I don't know. I don't know if can they play a spell now? They draw an island? They can. Cool. And another spell. Elephant Guide. Cool. That actually makes it pretty big and pretty hard to kill. Alrighty then. That's the thing. Let's get in there with Brindleshote, see if they block. Yep. Okay. Let's put Brilliant Halo on Arrogant One. And actually exiles the card, surprisingly enough. So if they attack with Serendib Efreet, I just get to get rid of it. I feel like I'm in a pretty strong position again. They really did get stuck for a long time without a blue source. Seems like a mulligan to me, but I didn't actually see their opening hand. It could have been fine. I mean, you all saw my opening hand. It could have easily gone down the same road. Sometimes you just have to gamble a bit. I imagine that wasn't in their hand before either. They just got a deep analysis of value. My opponent is charging headlong down the value train. Okay. So let's put an Armadillo Cloak on here. And attack with my gigantic Arrogant Worm. He's so up himself. Or she. You never know. It's a big old worm. Could be a gal. Alright. My opponent's on 5 life. They've got to do something good fast. Casting Deep Analysis, fair enough. Gonna see if they can dig themselves out of the hole. Brainstorm. They're really trying to find something good. What have they got? Ooh, their own Armadillo Cloak. Nice. It's not going to matter because I've got Exile, but nice. Not sure if that's being a joke or not, like commenting someone on how good their card is and then exiling that thing that stacked pile. Like, Exile's a good card. So, yeah, I love this format. It's actually really fun. Like, this is a deck I was less excited about, and I enjoyed it. So, let's just quickly refresh the screen. 1783. Did people drop? Why would you drop? Why would you drop in round 1? I'm pretty sure that just decreases the overall prize pool for everybody. Just seems really... The thing is, with like a Swiss queue, if you lose round 1, you can still go 3-1 and make back all your value. Like, if one person drops, it's fine, because everyone gets a free win. But if 2 people drop, you just lose out on about... I think it's 2.8 packs, so just over 5 packs just disappear from the prize pool. 5 packs of Vintage Masters. That's like 40 tickets worth of value that people just give up on by dropping. So if you're thinking about playing Vintage Masters sealed queue, don't drop until you're actually 0-3. Because winning 1 does not give you anything. So you can drop if you're 0-3. But even then, just check the numbers. Check if you dropping is going to affect... If you dropping is going to pair someone with 2 losses against another person with 2 losses. Because if someone with 2 losses is going to play against you instead of another person with 2 losses, that adds a whole extra 2 packs to the prize pool. And that's just a nice thing to do. Just let your opponents get an extra 2 packs. You can even wait for the round to start and just concede if you've already got 3 losses. Because there's no point you fighting over that last game if your opponent is going to get the pack. Because you're just stealing value from them. Just be aware when you're playing in sealed queues, Swiss queues, especially sealed Swiss, that dropping is just, you're destroying packs. You're actually just giving up value and handing money to wizards. I mean, if you want to hand money to wizards, you're welcome to. You're kind of handing other people's money to wizards as well by doing so, but it's totally up to you. I'm just letting people know that the fact that people actually dropped here, it's terrible EV. You're just giving up on value. Anyway, I'll see you guys for round 3.